Hello, and welcome back to the English Listening Lab. I am your host, Johan. I am very happy that you are here today. Today, we have a very special episode for you. We are going to tell a story. It is an easy story. It is a story about learning. It is a story about a man named Leo. Leo starts with zero English. He knows no words, but he works hard. He practices every day. In the end, he speaks English very well. This story will help you. It will help you learn new words. It will help you understand sentences. Please listen carefully. Before we start the story, I have a small request. Please subscribe to our channel right now. Click the red button. Turn on the notifications. This helps us make more lessons for you. Are you ready? Let us begin the story of Leo. Leo was a young man. He lived in a small village. It was a beautiful village, but Leo wanted more. He wanted to see the world. He wanted to live in a big city. One day, Leo packed his bags. He put his clothes in a suitcase. He put his favorite books in the suitcase. He said goodbye to his mother and father. He said goodbye to his friends. He was sad to leave, but he was also excited. He went to the airport. He got on a big airplane. The airplane flew for many hours. Finally, the airplane landed. Leo was in London. London is a very big city in England. Leo looked out the window. He saw tall buildings. He saw many cars. He saw red buses. He was in a new country. Leo walked out of the airport. He looked around. There were many people. The people were talking fast. They were speaking English. Leo did not understand them. He only spoke his own language. He felt very small. He felt very lonely. He wanted to ask for help, but he could not speak. He wanted to find a taxi. He saw a yellow car. He walked to the car. The driver said something to him. Leo did not understand. Leo showed the driver a piece of paper. The paper had an address on it. The driver nodded his head. Leo got into the car. He looked at the city streets. Everything was new. Everything was different. Leo felt scared. He thought, "How will I live here? I do not know English." The taxi stopped at a small house. This was Leo's new home. He paid the driver. He walked to the door. He opened the door with a key. The room was small. It had a bed and a table. It had a small window. Leo sat on the bed. He was very tired. He was also hungry. He wanted to buy food. He walked out of the house. He walked to a small shop. He saw bread. He saw milk. He took the bread and milk to the man at the counter. The man spoke to Leo. The man said, That will be 2 pounds, please. Leo did not understand. He just looked at the man. The man pointed to the screen. Leo saw the number. He gave the man money. Leo walked home. He knew he had a big problem. The next morning, Leo woke up early. The sun was shining. Leo drank some milk. He ate some bread. He sat at his small table. He thought about his life. He said to himself, "I must learn English. I cannot live here without English." He made a plan. He did not have money for a big school. He had to learn by himself. He put on his jacket. He walked to a bookstore. He looked for a book. He found a book for children. It had pictures of apples, dogs, and cats. It had simple words. He bought the book. He also bought a blue notebook and a black pen. He was ready to start. He felt a little better. He had a goal. Leo went home with his new book. He opened the book to the first page. He saw the letter A. A is for apple, he read. He looked at the picture of the apple. He said the word out loud. "Apple," said Leo. "Apple, apple, apple." He wrote the word in his blue notebook. He wrote it 10 times. Then he looked at the next page. B is for ball. He looked at the picture of the ball. He said, "Ball." He wrote the word in his notebook. He did this for 2 hours. He learned many new words. He learned cat, dog, egg, and fish. His head was tired, but he was happy. He was learning. He was taking his first steps. The next day, Leo had a new idea. He took some paper. He took some tape. He wrote words on small pieces of paper. He wrote door. He stuck the paper on the door. He wrote table. He stuck the paper on the table. He wrote window. He stuck the paper on the window. He did this for everything in his room. He labeled the chair, the bed, the lamp, and the floor. Now, everywhere he looked, he saw English words. When he opened the door, he said, "Door." When he sat on the chair, he said, "Chair." This was a fun game. It helped him remember the words. His room was full of paper, but his mind was full of English. 1 week later, Leo wanted to listen to English. He had a small radio. He turned on the radio. He found a news station. The people on the radio spoke very fast. It sounded like noise. Leo did not understand the sentences, but he listened. He listened to the sounds of the language. He listened to the rhythm. Sometimes he heard a word he knew. He heard London. He heard good. He heard today. When he heard a word he knew, he smiled. He listened to the radio while he cooked dinner. He listened while he washed his clothes. He let the English sounds fill his room. He was training his ears. He was getting used to the new language. Leo decided to go to the park. The park was near his house. It was a green and beautiful park. He sat on a bench. He watched the people. He saw mothers with children. He saw old men walking dogs. He listened to them. He tried to hear what they said. A woman walked past him. She said to her child, "Look at the bird." Leo looked. He saw a bird. He understood. He understood the sentence, "Look at the bird." He was so excited. He wanted to tell someone. He took out his notebook. He wrote down the sentence, "Look at the bird." He sat in the park for 1 hour. He listened and he learned. Real people were the best teachers. One day, Leo went to the library. The library was quiet. It had many books. Leo liked books. He walked to the front desk. A woman was there. She had a kind face. She smiled at Leo. Leo wanted to borrow a book. He was nervous. He took a deep breath. He said, "Hello." The woman said, "Hello, how can I help you?" Leo spoke slowly. He said, "I want a book. Easy." The woman understood. She stood up. She walked to a shelf. She showed him a section with easy readers. She gave him a book about a farm. Leo smiled. He said, "Thank you." This was his first real conversation. It was short, but it was successful. Leo felt proud. Leo went to the library every week. He saw the kind woman often. Her name was Sarah. One day, Sarah spoke to him. She asked, "Where are you from?" Leo understood the question. He had practiced this answer. He said, "I am from a small village. Now I live in London." Sarah smiled. She said, "Your English is getting better." Leo felt very happy. Sarah told him about a club. It was a conversation club. It was for people learning English. It was free. It met every Tuesday at the library. Leo was scared. He was shy, but he wanted to learn. He told Sarah, "Okay, I will come on Tuesday." On Tuesday, Leo went to the club. There were 5 other people. They were from different countries. One man was from Spain. One woman was from Japan. They all wanted to learn English. They sat in a circle. Sarah was the teacher. She asked them simple questions. "What is your name? What do you like to eat?" Leo listened to the others. They made mistakes, but they laughed. It was okay to make mistakes. When it was Leo's turn, he spoke. He said, "My name is Leo. I like to eat pizza." Everyone smiled. Leo relaxed. He made new friends. They were all on the same journey. They helped each other. Leo studied every day. He watched movies in English. At first, he watched cartoons for children. The language in cartoons is simple and slow. He watched a show about a family of pigs. He laughed at the stories. He learned words like mud, rain, and picnic. Later, he watched movies with subtitles. He read the words on the screen. He listened to the actors. Sometimes he paused the movie. He repeated the sentences. He tried to sound like the actors. He practiced his pronunciation. He looked in the mirror. He watched his mouth move. He wanted to speak clearly. He worked very hard on his speaking sounds. 6 months passed. Leo needed a job. He needed money to pay for his room and food. He looked at the newspaper. He saw an ad for a job in a cafe. They needed a waiter. Leo was nervous. Could he work in English? He wrote a letter. He wrote about himself. He went to the cafe. He met the manager. The manager was a tall man. He asked Leo questions. "Why do you want this job?" Leo answered, "I work hard. I like people. I want to learn." The manager liked Leo's attitude. He saw that Leo was trying. The manager said, "Okay, you can start tomorrow." Leo was so happy. He had a job. The first day at the job was hard. The cafe was busy. Many people came in. They ordered coffee, tea, and cakes. They spoke fast. "I want a latte with oat milk. Can I have a slice of chocolate cake?" Leo had to listen very carefully. Sometimes he asked, "Please say that again." The customers were nice. They repeated their orders. Leo wrote everything down. He made some mistakes. He gave tea instead of coffee once. He said, "I am sorry." The customer smiled and said, "It is okay." Leo learned the names of all the food. He learned how to be polite. He said, "Here you are, and have a nice day." Leo worked at the cafe for 1 year. His English improved every day. He spoke with his coworkers. He spoke with the customers. He made jokes in English. He understood the news on the radio. He read newspapers. He felt comfortable. London was now his home. He did not feel lonely anymore. He had friends from the library club. He had friends from work. One day, a new man came to the cafe. The man looked lost. He looked scared. He could not speak English. Leo saw the man. He remembered his first day. Leo walked over to the man. The man tried to speak but could not. Leo smiled a warm smile. Leo spoke in the man's language. He said, "Hello, can I help you?" The man looked surprised. He looked happy. He said, "Yes, please. I do not speak English." Leo helped the man order food. Then Leo switched to English. He said simply, "Welcome to London. Do not worry, it gets easier." The man smiled. Leo felt a warm feeling in his heart. He had come a long way. He started with 0 words. Now he could help others. Leo's journey was long. It was not easy. There were days when he was tired. There were days when he wanted to quit. But he did not stop. He took small steps. He learned 1 word at a time. He learned 1 sentence at a time. He used books, labels, radio, and people. He was brave. Now Leo speaks fluently. He is happy in his new life. Remember Leo's story. You can do it too. You can go from zero to fluency. Just start today. Do not be afraid of mistakes. Keep going. Thank you for listening to the story of Leo. This was an easy story for beginners. I hope you understood the words. I hope you feel inspired. Learning English is a journey. It takes time, but you will get there. Just like Leo, you must practice every day. Read books. Listen to stories. Speak with friends. If you liked this story, please like this video. Leave a comment below. Tell me, I am learning like Leo. Do not forget to subscribe to the English Listening Lab. We have many more stories for you. I am Johan. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.